Hey everybody, good afternoon. Today is Tuesday, January 2nd, 2024. This is Ben Capozzi with Broad Shoulders Farm in beautiful Halifax County, Virginia, USDA Grow Zone 7. Right now, I'm hanging out in the retirement run in a greenhouse that I built for them. But I'm on my way, I'm looking at the family greenhouse, which needs to be cleaned up. It kind of became a bit of a junk drawer for other farm stuff here in the fall and was neglected, and now it needs to be cleaned up because I'd really like to plant out some stuff for us to enjoy. So if you're interested in that sort of thing and you want to see what's going on in the family greenhouse right now and how it cleans up and what's going in there later, stay tuned because that's what's coming up next. Hello, little molting hen. Make sure you get plenty of protein. Build those feathers back. Good job. All right. Jeez. This is the family greenhouse, and it has fallen into pretty gross condition. Ugh. Man, I don't know where to start or where to begin. Holy cow, y'all. This thing is a big mess. So let's step in and take a look. Sorry, ladies, you can't come in. I haven't written it off completely to just allow you to come in and chomp away. So there's some let me switch the camera here. So there's some what's that called? Swiss chard, which also has the name Japanese silver beet. And if you're curious about that, you can see the beet-like main root. And it looks pretty clear to me that something's been gnawing on this. The chickens are not getting in here. And I have a feeling, yeah, see, look at that one. That golden oriole one has been completely chewed off. I wonder what could be eating it. Probably a rat. That's my guess that lives in there. I have to clean that out. I didn't even harvest any of this, what's it called? Lemongrass. I don't think it's going to overwinter, but I'll come in here and I'll chop it way down and we'll see if it comes back. And I just need to clean out these beds. These are trees in boxes that still need to be planted. Some Empire chestnuts and some persimmons seedlings. The what's it called? The Malabar spinach just went crazy in here this year. It produced so much, and the chickens really love it, and I need to grow more of it again this year. But man, look at all the seed that it dropped. And I know from growing this the year before that this seed that is dropped in here will germinate and come back next year. So I'm gonna have to stay on top of that, or come back this year, this spring and summer. It's a really hot season crop. Loves the heat, needs very little water. But it will do really well, so I don't need to sow it again. But as the little seedlings come up, I need to transplant them someplace else. But speaking of seedlings, look at this. Look at all these little kales. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. I did have some. I haven't sown anything in here, not intentionally. I mean, I guess they could be Malabar spinach seedlings that have dropped, but I feel like they need more heat than what we've got going right now. I think that's kale, which is awesome because I did have two big kale plants here that I let go well into the fall, and they produced a boatload of seed. Kale's a biennial, so yeah, they'd been here 2 years. And, well, that's exciting. I think that's walking onion here, maybe. Doesn't seem like it's walking much. Could just be a good clumping type onion. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is formed. I feels like and looks like they're good bulbs down there. I don't think that Egyptian walking onions produce a big bulb like that. They might. We'll see. I am really pleased about this. These are the sea kale roots that I put in here. I got these from root cuttings. I got these from Edible Acres last spring. Put them in here, planning to move them elsewhere. Never happened, but they clearly did okay. So that's exciting. Look at that. There's a little bit of green on that one. I don't know if that's a seedling. I guess it's a seedling. But anyhow, these look very healthy. They can be moved elsewhere because I don't want them. I don't need them in here ultimately. These were chives. They're still alive. They should be still alive. Most onions are pretty dang hardy. I did tomatoes all up this side. This is the south side. And next year, I'm not going to do that. Next year, I may put them back here where the Malabar spinach was. I'm not sure. And then, of course, there's a gigantic Japanese shiso plant back here, which is like a kind of a wild herb. It's just kind of naturalized here on the farm and in lots of places throughout the U.S. So there's a boatload of seeds. I need to yank this up and take the seeds and just spread them at the base of some of the trees. It actually is a bit of a, I'm not going to say a poultry repellent, but the poultry aren't interested in it. So I'm thinking about just putting it at the base of sensitive plants, perennials that the ducks and geese might otherwise ravage. But, you know, I clearly have plenty of seed. Unless it's all, maybe it's all down here. Well, that's great. These were some Japanese bunching onions. I do know that, and they seem to have done well. I probably need to pull them up and do some separation. Oh my gosh, horse nettle, which got in here, and I hate. This has survived, but it's going to get really cold, so I probably need to dig this up and take it home with me like tonight. This is Gynuria procumbens, or Gynuria procumbens, if I can remember. It's perpetual spinach. Is it the same as like Okinawan spinach? I can't remember now. It may be different, but it's a heat-loving perpetual spinach. Not a true spinach, but you use it like spinach. So that's cool. I don't know that it's going to make it the whole winter, and I don't know that I want to buy it again. So I don't think I want to leave it in here and wait for it to see if it makes it through the coldest months. So I should probably take that up and bring it home. This is all just extra space, and yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a rat in here. So I need to take care of that. Oh God, clean off my table. Get the window fixed. Pull down all this junk. So that's what I'm gonna do next. So there's kind of a snapshot of the mess in here that I have. I wasn't talking to you, Apple Watch. Oh man. All right, well, nothing for it but to get into it. So I'm gonna start cleaning. I do know, yeah, I do remember planting a bunch of oregano, which looks good, and basil, which I don't think I ever even harvested. But yeah, I definitely got plenty of onions. All right, let me get to work cleaning and I'll update as we go. So one of the first thing I realized is that I am going to let the chickens in here because they're not interested in the onions. They may be interested in the rat, or at the very least, they'll scare the rat off. They may trample some of the kale seedlings, but that's okay. And I've got the sea kale root cuttings protected. Everything else I think is fair game. So honestly, go to town, guys. We'll all work in here together. And we'll continue to clean this place up. So I'm just clearing this out square by square as I go, but I got a nice cleanup crew coming up behind me, interested in checking out what comes down. Maybe they'll eat a lot of these seeds. Hi, baby. Hello. I think this young lady is one of the few production birds that I have, like a commercial hybrid chicken. And I got her because she was running around somebody's neighborhood in town. And my friend Bonnie caught her in a trap because she'd been running around loose for like weeks. So Bonnie asked me if I'd take her, and I did. And I hardly ever see her, but she's still here. Looks like she's undergoing her molt or finishing it up. So that's who she is. Thanks, kiddo. Get to work. Hi, Red. How's it going, buddy? All right, with Red's supervision and the help of a lot of others, here's what it looks like in here now. I'd say I spent maybe 45 minutes. Didn't take long at all. Got the shiso out, cut back, pulled all this Malabar spinach that had dried and died there. Just took it one square at a time and worked my way over. Onions survived in here, no problem. I have several variety of bunching onion and maybe some walking onion, I'm not sure. They have done fine. That's the Hishiko bunching onion. I've got some oregano here that is still super green. So this isn't oregano, this is thyme, my bad. This stuff smells amazing. I love it. Oh my God. As I was cutting back the, what's it called? The lemongrass. I mean, there's a bunch of green in there. It's not supposed to be perennial in our zone. And of course, we haven't had our coldest weather yet because like everywhere, our winter is so freaky. But I'm going to come in here and mulch it pretty heavily and just see how it does. I cut it back with my Japanese rice knife, which is a great tool, especially for working with grasses. And I was even gonna pull up the pineapple sage, but as I was digging around in there, there's greenery on, well, not this piece, but on some of these down here. As I was digging, I saw some green on the bark. So I was like, you know what? Let's just leave it. I mean, it's not perennial to this. There you go. There's some green. It's not perennial to this zone, but who knows? Maybe it'll do its thing here in the greenhouse. But I'm going to come in just before I close up tonight and put a bunch of hay on top of both of these to keep them happy. And then I decided not to pull up the Japanese longevity spinach. I decided instead to just to mulch it all over again and leave it there, and let's see. You know, the plants aren't that expensive, but I can buy more in the spring from Baker Creek and other sources, but I think I got this from Baker Creek. But what's more interesting to me right now is to see, can this overwinter in here? And if so, that would be awesome. Same thing with the pineapple sage and some of the others. So that's where we are right now. A pretty good time. Well spent. I'm gonna go out and give the geese a little treat for the night before I pack up for the day. And I'll come in tomorrow with the garden rake and really pull all this out, because there was a bunch of horse nettle that got in here. Not stinging nettle, but horse nettle, which is just as painful, but toxic. And I pulled all of that out, and I even dragged out a bunch of the soil where the leaves and the stems and some of the seeds may have fallen into, because I don't want to be poking around in there planting things and get harpooned by those, get stuck by the like hypodermic needles on those things. Are quite painful. So I raked all that into the center here, and I'm going to come in with the garden rake tomorrow and pull it all out and mulch it somewhere. And one thing I have noticed is that the top 2 or 3 inches of the soil here is bone dry, but, well, top 2 or 3 is actually not accurate. Maybe top 3 to 4. And it does get more moist as you go down, but it's starting to make me think about rearranging some of the flow of water in the retirement run paddock, which needs to be revisited anyhow, and see if I can direct some flow down here and into these beds. Because they may just be too dry, but I don't want to be in a situation where I have to come and be watering them all the time. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we are. And that's what I worked on this afternoon. All right, wherever you are, whatever you are up to, I hope that you and those you care for are happy, healthy, and well. Have a fantastic night. If you're interested in this and other projects, you can follow the farm at Broad Shoulders Farm on Facebook and Instagram, and of course here on YouTube. And I will catch you cats later. Once again, Happy New Year. Bye-bye.